Hey, it is yours truly, Dr. Shanika Dean. And today I want to talk about why highly successful women seem to have the highest rate of divorce. And I know that we blame it on a man's ego. He doesn't want her to make more money than he does. We blame it on a woman's inability to submit. We blame it on infidelity. We blame it on incompatibility. We blame it on lack of intimacy. There are many things that we blame it on. And while in some cases that may be true, in many cases, and with the work that I do for women who have achieved high levels of success, what I found is something that most people do not consider and do not talk about. And I want to talk about it today. And it is the very reason that many women will either decide to walk away from the marriage or they begin to sabotage their success to save the marriage. Now, all marriages are not created equal. All marriages are not meant to be. I get that. However, many of the marriages dissolve for this reason, and it is because many women have no idea who they are when they say, I do. You heard it right. They don't know who they are. And anytime you get into anything, especially in marriage, and you don't know who you are, your marriage will become your identity, or you will begin to idolize the concept of marriage and go into marriage unprepared to deal with the reality of marriage. When you are building a business, you continuously evolve because the more you grow, the more your business grows as well. And when you get married and you don't know who you are, even your idea of marriage or who you married are completely different than if you had waited until you were more certain about who you were, what you were put on this earth to do. And so what happens is, because the growth in your business is a mirror of the growth that you are experiencing, you become a completely different person to your husband, whether you want to or not. And there's an old saying that says, when a man finds his wife, he wants her to remain the same. But when a woman finds her husband, there is hope that he would someday change. And we've heard it often how women will marry for potential. And when a man finds his wife, he finds a good thing and he obtains favor from the Lord. And so when he finds her, she's often the missing piece. She is the person who completes him in a way that no other woman does, which is why when he finds his wife, even if he doesn't necessarily know exactly what he's looking for when he is searching, he knows when he's found her because she completes him in a way that no other woman has ever been able to do. So with that being said, as you begin to grow and evolve, he doesn't know who you are. And you can find yourself between a rock and a hard place, having to decide if you're going to continue to grow and evolve, or if you're going to sabotage your success to save the marriage in the event that he may not want to evolve to, or the version of you that you have become is no longer the version that fits into the vision that he had when he married you. And that is why many women who achieve those levels of success find themselves in this situation. Now, the answer is not to slow down. It's not to stop. The answer actually may sound a little counterintuitive. The answer is to do more, and the answer is not for you to slow down, to stop, to sabotage your success. Number one, because you had a purpose before you found a partner. So it's not for you to stop doing what you're doing. The answer is not bringing your husband into the business, making him a part of that so that he understands better what you do and why you work the way that you do, why you invest the way that you do. The answer is not cutting down your hours so much that you're not able to meet your payroll or continue to make the investments that you need to make to grow your company. Instead, the answer is actually to become more. Continue to evolve into the woman that you were created to be. because that is what our journey is all about, is continuously unlocking those deeper parts of ourselves. And the reason this may sound crazy, or as I said, a little counterintuitive, is because our knee-jerk reaction when things are not going our way is to quit. It's to stop. It's to go in the opposite direction. However, in order for you to continue growing in your business and evolve your marriage to a better place, it requires you to continue being the woman that God has called and created you to be. Understand that your position as a wife is a position of impact and influence. There is a scripture in the Bible that talks about how a wife wins her husband over with her words. But what that scripture means is not the words that she uses or says, it's actually her behavior, her actions. And so whether we want to or not, we influence and impact our husbands. And so one or two things are going to happen. Either he's going to join in and begin to grow and evolve too because of the impact and the influence that you have in his life, or he's going to decide that this is no longer working for him or the vision that he had for his life, and he can decide to walk away, right? Or you can decide that you are no longer going to continue on a path where you feel like you have to conform or self-sabotage your success, and you may decide this is no longer what you desire to do, and you have the opportunity to walk away, right? And so either way, as long as you are doing what God has instructed you to do, you are covered. You are going to be okay. And I wanted to leave that with you. Again, whether you leave or whether you stay, you are going to be okay. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to leave you with this. Anyone that is meant to be a part of your present and your future will not become a part of your past. All right, that's all I have for you today, and I will be back when I have something else to say.